Hi, you guys. It's Jennifer. Welcome back to Busy Being Jen. I'm here today to talk about trying out a plant-based diet, and I have some easy tips for you to get started. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks. So you have probably heard about people eating a plant-based diet, and maybe you have thought, oh my gosh, I could never do that. I could never give up meat. I could never give up cheese. That is just not an option for me. I know how you feel because I felt the same way when I started on this journey about 3 years ago. And it is something that I kind of tried for a little while and then got back to eating the way I had before. And then I tried it again and got back to the way I'd been eating before until I kind of made some tweaks to eating plant-based that made the whole thing doable for me as a lifestyle. Now, I have struggled with weight my whole adult life, and I have a video linked in the space below that kind of tells my journey of weight loss and how I got into eating a plant-based diet and the details about what I ate when I lost weight and how I eat now. I even have a chart provided for you linked to that other video that kind of gives you some guidelines for what to eat on a plant-based diet. But eating plant-based, I like to think of it, I like to emphasize the word based. Plant-based rather than plant only. Some people who are plant-based actually do eat plant only. That's it. They don't eat any animal protein, nothing that is made of an animal, nothing that comes from an animal. But a lot of other people eat a lot of plants, mostly plants, but sometimes they'll have some animal protein. And that's what I realized worked best for me. So I have one serving of meat every week, and then I will garnish things with cheese, like a sprinkle of cheese, not a cheese enchilada, but a vegetable enchilada that has a little bit of cheese sprinkled on top. So the amount of animal protein that I eat now compared to what I used to is drastically reduced. Now, later in this video, I'm going to tell you about an easy way to start where you don't even have to give up the way you're eating animal protein right now as a start. So eating plant-based is really about flooding your body with good nutrition. If you just have a crappy diet and you say, oh, I'm going to be plant-based, and you just cut out all the meat and cheese and milk and butter and all of that, but you still eat all the crappy stuff, you're not eating a plant-based diet. The whole idea of eating plant-based is that you're eating these nutritious foods, flooding your body with this great nutrition. There is so much research out there that shows the health benefits of eating plant-based. It helps with numerous conditions. It helps people with autoimmune diseases, cardiac conditions. It helps to prevent and fight cancer. And so there are a lot of really great reasons to try out eating a plant-based diet. Now, remember, before you start any diet, you should talk to a doctor, check with them to make sure this is okay, particularly if you have health concerns. But it's always a good idea just to check with your doctor about that. And I also wanted to let you know that I have another video linked in the space below that is called What I Eat in a Day, plant-based. And it's actually what I ate over a period of 3 days. So you can kind of see what sorts of foods I had, what sorts of foods you can have if you decide to do a plant-based diet. But really, if you're thinking there's no way I could do this, I usually say a couple things to people who have that reaction to how I lost weight and kept it off. And that is, first of all, just try it. Try it for a month. Just give it a shot. And you may be pleasantly surprised to realize that you're quite satisfied eating that way, that you end up, after the first couple of weeks, you end up not missing those foods very much. The first couple of weeks, I have to admit, are just hard because you're used to eating a certain way, and then all of a sudden you're changing it. But when you know that you can have a serving of meat or cheese on one day in a week, it kind of makes it easier to know that you haven't cut it out forever, but that you are just, that you've drastically reduced it, but you can still have that thing you love so much. But after trying it for a month, you'll probably realize that it isn't as difficult as you might have thought. The other thing I say to people, and this really is the point of this video, if you're thinking you might want to give a plant-based diet a try, but you just are thinking, I'm not ready to completely get rid of animal protein. What I would recommend is keep eating the way you're currently eating, but In addition to what you're eating, just add in, make sure that every day you're adding in 6 servings of vegetables and 3 servings of fruit. Don't do any other changes, just 6 servings of vegetables and 3 servings of fruit. A serving of vegetable is 1.5 cups of raw vegetables, and not vegetables like potatoes, but like greens, carrots, bell peppers, you know what I'm talking about. 1.5 cups of raw or 1/2 cup of cooked. So have 6 of those in a day. And then for your fruit, for your 3 servings, it's either a piece of fruit like a pear or an apple or a banana, or if you're going to measure it by cups, it would be 1.5 cups of, say, berries or fruit that you have chopped up. That equals a serving. So you have 3 of those in a day. Just try that. And then if you want to have everything else that you would normally eat, go ahead. I'm guessing you're not going to have enough room in your stomach to have all of that other stuff in addition to 6 servings of vegetables and 3 servings of fruits. But if you just do that, if you just add those things into your diet, you're going to be well on your way to eating a plant-based diet. And once that starts to become easier for you to do, then you can start thinking about reducing the amount of animal protein that you're consuming every day. So this is just a challenge for you. I hope you'll try it. Let me know how it goes. Be sure to check out those 2 videos in the space below, how I lost 30 pounds and kept it off, and what I eat in a day, really what I ate in 3 days. And that should help you. But I hope you will follow me on Busy Being Jen. Be sure to subscribe. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.